With the new standards and the national standards and the core curriculum, more and more teachers need some coaching and some help on how to develop individualized educational programs, because we have to look within that program. We have to look at the goals for that individual child, and they have to match the national standards for a student of that age. And so what we need to do a lot of times is we need to look at what we're going to teach throughout that next year, and we need to put that standard in there, and we need to list our 2 or 3 goals on what they're going to learn about that standard. And teachers need to understand that an IEP is not the curriculum. The IEP is the map to get us to what we need to teach. And we're trying to make sure the students learn that information, but at the same time, we're creating a document that is considered a federal document that protects the student and can protect the teacher, but it ensures the family that your child is going to learn the same information the other students in the classroom learns. Maybe at a different level, maybe at a different content, but they're going to get that same information based on the national standard. And so a lot of teachers struggle with how to implement this into their classroom. And so they need to make sure they keep the goal sheets of a student that has an IEP pretty close when they're starting to develop their lesson plans, so that there are parts of that embedded to what they're teaching in the classroom. And that way we can meet the needs. An individual educational program, or an IEP, is that document that protects the kids, that sets them apart, that says they are a child with special needs. And so when that child comes in with that we need to look and say, does it meet what we're teaching? Are they going to be learning these things in my classroom? Is it appropriate? You know, we can make them where they're real easy, but that's not an appropriate education. And we can make them where they're real difficult and the child can't obtain the goals. That's not appropriate. And so through the law of the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, we are supposed to have an appropriate document that doesn't discriminate them because of race or culture or environment or poverty, that ensures that they are going to learn the same information the other children learn, but maybe at a different level. And at the end of the year, we evaluate that document and say, were they taught what we said we were going to teach them? And how did they move through the material? Do we need to reevaluate? So it's our map and our guide. It's not our curriculum. It's embedded in our curriculum. We can't set it aside and teach it separately. But at the same time, it becomes a living, breathing document in our classroom that guides how we write our lesson plans and how we make our modifications and how we teach this child to make him successful in our class.